drop it.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cheap Noise in the House, the channel where we talk about electronic games and music production. I'm Cheap Noise and survey says I'm in the house, and today we're going to talk about these. Now these I've been pretty obsessed over for the last few days, and they are microjammers. Basically what they are tiny musical instruments that are toys. They're kind of, toyish musical instruments that you can fit in your pocket. They have 6 buttons. They have this kind of speaker grill on them. They are all powered by 2 AAA batteries, and they have a little knob here that you can change the tempo or the pitch of the music with. Now, the first microjammers, including this one and this one, came out in 1993, and they were pretty groundbreaking from when they came out because, as far as I know, they were one of the first toy lines to not use speech synthesis or square waves. They used actual recorded samples of real instruments, which was pretty advanced for the time. Of course, they only had 6 seconds of audio, pretty much, but still, pretty revolutionary for when they came out. I have to say, this one, and this one were all sent to me by Pixel XQ. Go check out his channel, by the way. He's amazing at what he does. He does a really great series called Now Then VTech What's the Jank. Go check that out. And yeah, I tried to film an unboxing of the Cuboid a few days ago when I received the package. It didn't really work out. Tried to film another video about it, and again, it didn't really work out. So here we are. And the reason why I want to talk about these is they are kind of the grandfather of the music toys I grew up with when I was younger. Of course, these became bigger and bigger, had more samples, had better sound quality over time. And yeah, these are kind of the predecessor of all of that. Now, I have to say, I like these kind of toys a lot. These music toys and some robots. I don't really like educational toys like VTech, Fisher-Price, Leapfrog, and all that. If you're into that, though, I highly recommend the channel, the Electronic Toy Archive. They do amazing videos preserving these toys at their highest quality possible. So yeah, if you want, go check that out. But in the meantime, let's focus on this. So the first one, this is the Screaming Rock guitar. As you can see, it's kind of a pinkish and a blue sticker with the Microjammers logo on it. This one came out in 1993. It was one of the first one. It also got re-released in red, I believe. So I put all of these in kind of normal pitch, or how I would like them to be at normal pitch. So why don't we run through all the 6 buttons it has, and let's play with them afterwards. So this is the first one. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. And finally, the 6th one. And then what you can do is basically play with them and jam with them, or you can also change the tempo with this knob here. Now, these are pretty primitive when it comes to changing the tempo. It's not a digital value knob. It's entirely analog. It controls actually a resistor inside the unit that changes kind of the speed of the chip that's inside of here. So it's really an old-fashioned way of doing it, but I kind of like it. It has kind of a charm to it where you never really know when you're getting a microjammer what will be the highest and what will be the lowest pitch. And some microjammers, which have a little bit of a dirty knob, they can warble a little bit, which I kind of feel kind of makes their charm. So let's turn the tempo up. And now down. That's as low as it goes. And now you just jam with them. So I'm going to put it faster so it ends quicker. So this is a great lesson in sequencing different types of audio. Basically, it has not a lot of sounds, not a lot of audio content, but it sequences them to give you the illusion that it has quite a bit more than what it has. Now let's move on to this one. This is a drum set. Again, it has the same 6 buttons, of course, in a different orientation. It has the same kind of speaker grill, has the same knob over here, and it's also powered by 2 AAA batteries. So again, let's run through all the sounds, starting from the top left. Then middle. Top right. Bottom left. Bottom middle. And bottom right, which is just the drum kit. Now, again, you can change the tempo. You can go faster or slower. I wish this one would have gone a little bit slower, maybe. I know that it can have a lot of pitch variations between the units, but yeah, this one, you can also jam on it, like I showed you with the other one. And yeah, again, that's the same concept with all of them. They're just really fun to play with, and you kind of get lost in the middle of it when you're jamming with these. All right, this next one is the Honky Tonk piano. This was released in 1995. As you can see, it's kind of a nice reddish color. And at this point, the series got a little bit more advanced. It didn't have more audio, but it sequenced them a little bit better. Let me show you, actually, all the 6 sounds. So this is the first one. Here's the second. The third. The fourth. The fifth. And the last one. Again, you can change the tempo. And my knob is a little bit dirty. As you can hear, it kind of warbled a little bit. And it goes a really low line. You just get lost in the middle of that jam. Let's slow it down a little bit. All right. Whew, I think I had a little bit too much fun there. Let's just move on to the last one. This is not a micro jammer. This is actually called a mini rocker, and it's just a blatant knockoff. This was a Radio Shack or Tandy thing. It came out sometime in the late 90s. I just don't know the year exactly. But yeah, this has the same, this time, kind of plasticky buttons. It has a plastic speaker grill. It has a triangular knob, which is, again, kind of different. This one is powered by 2 AA's instead of AAA's. And this one, it kind of has a failure in the buttons. They kind of didn't wire it correctly. Let me show you why. So this is the first button. Second button. Third button. As you can see, this one is exactly the same as the first one. Fourth button. Fifth button. And sixth button. So you can see there's only 5 sounds here, but I'm gonna wait for this to stop. There we go. I actually discovered 2 more sounds. One I can access easily. The other one I don't really know how I found it. But if you do this, oops, there's a hidden sound. So this has more audio than your traditional micro jammer. I just think what they did with it is not that clever. They didn't really sequence anything. It doesn't loop well. Again, you can change the tempo, but it goes slightly lower and slightly faster. It's not a big gap between the highest and the lowest tempo. And again, you can jam on it. Yeah, this is clearly a knockoff. The sound quality is bad compared to the other ones. It's not as loud as the other ones, which might be a good thing depending on who you ask. But yeah, this is just a blatant knockoff. They made 16 microjammers in total. There's everything from trombones to trumpets to harmonicas to banjos to boomboxes to saxophones and so much more. Of course, there were more guitars, more drums, more keyboards. So there's pretty much something for everyone, and each of them has a different style, different sounds, different sequences, and different way to play. They also made something called the Mega Jammer in 1995, which was a way bigger unit, had 15 buttons instead of 6. Unfortunately, these are all collector's items right now, so they're pretty hard to come by, and when you do come by them, they sold for pretty high prices. Of course, if you wait a few months, you might find one that is occasionally sold for a low price, like this piano here. I paid not too much for it, and I have to say it was really worth it for the price I paid. But these kind of paved the way, as I previously said, for things to come, like the One Man Jam from MGA, and the numerous DSI toys and Kawasaki guitars that use low quality to make quality samples. from the late 90s and 2000s. Some of them I had as a kid. So this was just a small retrospective on my collection of microjammers / mini rockers. I do want to get more of these at some point because they're really fun to play with. And until next time, cheers!
For gentlemen. Gentlemen can never bear to see what my brethren doth learn. Sometimes 5, and sometimes 10.
What the fuck was that?
Didn't you forget? It's almost Halloween! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello everyone and welcome to Frankenstein in the house. My name's Frankenstein and Survey says